Hello, Jamaica. Welcome again to the Jamaica Patriotic Alliance. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. With that, greetings in the matchless name of God Almighty. Jamaica, since 2017 to 2021, your country, our country, is $14.2 billion in debt, United States dollars. 14.2 billion US dollars in debt. I ask you to look around Jamaica, look in your hospitals, look at your department of sanitation, or where we call garbage truck. Look in your justice system. Look around in all the different agencies and ministries of Jamaica and tell me where 14.2 billion United States dollars has been spent. But you're in debt. You can't get proper health care. There are not enough doctors in the hospitals, and there are not enough hospitals in the island. By now, every 5 years, Jamaica should have a hospital or a clinic being built, because we need proper health care. Even if you're not building new hospitals, you should be building sub-hospitals or clinics that can treat people until they are able to move them on to the hospitals. But at least they can be held there and stabilized before they go on to the major hospitals. There's no planning for the country, but we are borrowing money on a daily basis. Jamaica is borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. And I ask the question, where is the money going and what is the money doing? Most Jamaicans do not have a proper health insurance. Most Jamaicans pay out of pocket for medical care. 99.9% of Jamaicans have to foot their own medical bills. There's no health insurance available for the masses who pour in their labor into our society and to define what we call an economy. They put in their sweat, blood, and tears, and nothing in return. The pension plan for Jamaicans is poor and weak and insufficient. There's not a food stamp program for the unemployed in our country. And so the desperation of the people have led them to do immoral things for just a meal. And if you go to any community square and say you're handing out food, fight breaks out because the people are hungry and desperate. Our elderly people have become beggars. Our younger people have become hopeless. And so the factory of crime is fully staffed. The assembly line for criminals is working because our governments have failed us over the years. to put in place methods and systems that will be guardrails to the wider population and prevent crime from taking place in our country. And so here we are, starting all over again, because there is the greed for United States dollars, but there's no desire to spend it in the right areas. We are running a country. It's a country. And when you become government of a country, you're government of every single individual in that country. You're not just the government for a handful of people, that you just give some people some money and then you take the rest and put it in overseas bank accounts, while the people suffer and fight and kill each other because they're desperate, they're angry, and the people can't even get along because they are so angry. The propaganda that is used to spread hatred amongst the people has never been stymied by the government. The government have lost track of standards in our society. There have to be standards. There have to be new laws written on a regular basis, because we have to be making laws based on the needs of the people. We have to look at what is going on in our society and respond to it appropriately. And $14.2 billion in debt translates to every Jamaican becoming a modern day slave for the next 100 years. What kind of programs and systems does a government have in place to repay $14.2 billion in debt? US dollars. Where in Jamaica have we seen $14.2 billion spent in the past 20 years? We have no bauxite anymore. Banana is gone. Sugarcane is gone. Our national airlines is gone. Our airports are gone. Our wharves are gone. Our coastlines are porous. Our police force is defective, infested, infected, and controlled by gangsters. Our army has been infiltrated. And so we as a people who suffer the consequences of these misdeeds and these forms of atrocities on our national institutions have got to stand up and begin to demand better for ourselves. You did not vote for a government to give you a handout, a bellyful, and then it's over. It is time you reap the benefits and rewards of the loans that they have been manifesting from overseas countries and agencies. Every unemployed Jamaican should have a food stamp of at least $20,000 per month. This will create a cushion for the government while the government gets itself together in implementing the necessary programs and infrastructures that are needed to build a country and push it forward. At least the people are fed. This would also divert their desire to do just about anything for a meal. And I say, if you approach a young Jamaican man who has money in his pocket about any immoral acts, he will tell you, boy, I'm not do that, because I'm not hungry. They are proud people. But when you have sapped the morale out of the people with your inability to furnish the necessary services that are needed by your wider population, you have failed and failed immensely. Here we are in the 21st century. As the brightest country in the Western Hemisphere, we are not able to walk in our parks in peace. We are not able to walk to our neighboring district in peace. If you have a cousin around the road, you can't go around and go look for them because man around there so want to kill you because you know man around there. So this wanton divide amongst our population has been allowed to happen and fester and grow because our government are drunken by money. And so we have to now reshape and rebuild our country and our economy. And so I suggest we cast a wide net and we start from the schools. We have to now own the brains and the minds of the youngsters so that as they come out into society, they can be filtered and filtered properly and become pure wine to society. Pure, pure, pure wine. They have to be purified. So when they come into society, they are examples for the rest of society to follow. We have to institute the program of national service and national development. So if you're talking about 50,000 youngsters for national service, and we're talking about another 150,000 youngsters for national development. And these people must be trained in different disciplines that build a society, and therefore we are able to push them into society to save the country. The farmers must be subsidized, and the young men in the countryside that are not working will be mandated to work on these farms to help to produce the appropriate amount of goods that are needed to feed our nation, so we can borrow less, eat more local products, and live longer and healthier, and will be around longer to help to develop the country. We have to start a rebuilding program in Jamaica. Rebuild the country from scratch. The methods that have been tried for the past 30 years have failed. Our leaders of the past were able to do a better job because they were stronger visionaries. And so Jamaica enjoyed about 20 years of relative success. At one point, the Jamaican dollar was even stronger than the United States dollar. And now our dollar is worth nothing. And our people are running away from the country because they're desperate. In fact, some people have trod 6 and 7 countries before they get to the United States. That's how desperate they are. If a man is willing to kill a man for 5,000 Jamaican dollars, then you know he's desperate. And so the government has got to put the programs in place that these men have an escape route from crime. There's no escape for them. And so they're captured, they're bounded in that situation. That is why they seem to have no choice but to commit crime. Where is the off-ramp for these youngsters who really don't want to do a lot of what they're doing? But there have to be wisdom in running a country. There have to be compassion in running a country. Yet there have to be firmness. We believe a government must be compassionate towards the people, but must be strict and fierce on the evildoers and the wrongdoers of our society. We will not relent until we have a better Jamaica. And by so I ask the people, join our movement, the Jamaica Patriotic Alliance. Make your voices be heard. Come on board. Join us. Like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word so it can be heard. Thank you.